Bitcoin blast through new all-time highs, hitting 123,000. The last couple of days have been super exhilarating, so much so I've woken up in the middle of the night, gone right to my computer and traded and watched the market because it's been very exhilarating. I mean, it's been what we've been waiting for several months. We saw Bitcoin move sideways, consolidate, pump up, go down, pull back, go up. It's been an incredible ride, but here we are. The Bitcoin has surpassed 123,000 and it's pulled back. A lot of people are panic selling. It's interesting to watch with so much positive things going on that people are panicking that Bitcoin won't continue to rally and it's already hit its peak. Let me show you a few things today that are happening this week that you have to be aware of so that you can know what you want to do. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but we're going to take a look at what Bitcoin's doing right now and what's going on with the U.S. government. This week is called Crypto Week. We're going to talk about that and the effects it could have on crypto, your Bitcoin, your XRP, your Solana, your Cardano, your Doge, your Shiba, and all those things. So with that, this is Joe from Joe Knows the Cryptos. If you're not a subscriber, now's the time to hit that subscribe button, like, share, do all those things, and let's get into it. So first, let's take a quick look at the charts. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. We had our highest weekly close ever the other day. We closed at, around 119,000, and then it went up to 123,000. This is a weekly chart. And so we were in this sideways channel for a little bit, this downward descending channel, which typically, not always, but has the tendency to break to the upside. But the long term, we've been rolling through this parallel channel here, roller coaster ride on the way up, which has bode very well for Bitcoin. So now we should not be surprised that when you hit 123,000 and you're in price discovery mode, that there's a bit of a profit taking and pullback. And that's exactly what we've seen. I mean, look at all these run-ups have profit taking, run up, profit taking, run up, sideways consolidation, downward descending channel, run up, profit taking. And it's the natural progression. This is how markets heat and cool. This is how we keep things, when people pull back, they sell so that the market can pull back, buy into it, and it boosts back up. So look, this is the weekly chart, and you can go far out here. I have this Fibonacci drawn from the last market high, the 21 market cycle high back in November of 21. And I mean, we've surpassed the 1618 Fibonacci. I mean, there's a lot of room to run up to the 2618. That's $156,000. So not to say it could certainly pull back. I mean, we could certainly see a drawback all the way down. I mean, if you really look at this chart, this is on the weekly. Let's pull it back out. I mean, it could certainly run back down to the bottom of this parallel channel, which right now could be somewhere around 88 to 91, 92,000. We could certainly see a pullback to there. But let me tell you what's going on this week with the U.S. government and Crypto Week, because I think it has a pretty big effect on the future of crypto. I mean, you got to remember the last couple of years of crypto have seen a very confused market. The market doesn't know whether to what to do because the SEC of past, or the Gary Gensler days, said very conflicting things. They told you that Bitcoin was not a security, and that look at what Bitcoin did when the ETF and people felt safe investing in it. The money piled in. I mean, I think BlackRock has, 700,000 Bitcoin right now. That's institutional buying at numbers. I mean, that's almost, they're probably going to be the first one to get to 1 million Bitcoin. And they are still, the market inflows to the ETFs are still very, very strong. So you had the market that said, okay, if Bitcoin's not a security and I can buy it and it's, I can buy it through an ETF, it just went up. Now, Ethereum, there's confusion. It wasn't deemed a commodity or a security. It was confused. So until the market gets that clarity, which we're going to talk about in a minute, the investing in things that don't have clarity for investors is risky. Now, higher risk comes with a higher reward typically. Are we going to see that reward in the altcoins that become, not deemed securities? So here's what's going on this week in crypto. It is deemed U.S. Crypto Week. The U.S. Crypto Week is this week, 14th through the 18th, and that is of July. So that is right now. And let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay. And so the House is focusing on 3 digital asset bills. We've already heard a lot about the Genius Act, and it basically regulates stablecoins and how that they have to be backed one-to-one with the real asset likely to pass. They're giving it a 92% chance according to the poly markets. The vote is expected very soon. It's already passed through I'm going to get this wrong, the Senate, and it's got to go to the House for approval, then to the President for final signing. Clarity Act. Now, this defines the roles of who actually regulates the crypto markets. Is it the SEC? Is it the CFTC? And it also gives it exemptions from digital assets, from securities rules, so it may face some amendments. So the Clarity Act, has not gone through the House and the Senate, has not obviously gone to the President for signing. So they're going to, that's another object on the table this week. Anti-CBDC Act. Well, a lot of people were scared of coins like XRP because they're really designed, what people say, to be a CBDC or central bank digital currency. And a lot of people don't like those because it gives the government, very, very high control over your currency. Easy to debank you, defund you, take your money away, see where you've spent your money. The privacy goes away with a CBDC. So this would ban Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC, citing privacy. Senate passage, not certain. Government likes to control. Whether you're left or right, it doesn't matter. They still want the control. Now, some people want more control than others. This is being pushed through. I don't know how much resistance this one's going to be seen. But so this week, couple things to note down here. The July 14th, that was yesterday, the House Rules Committee meets at 4 p.m. to discuss the bills, potentially setting up floor votes as early as Tuesday or Wednesday. Could happen today is Tuesday, July 15th, or Wednesday, July 16th for the House Rules for the House to vote on probably the Genius Act. July 16th, House Committee on Ways and Means and Oversight Subcommittee holds a hearing on digital asset tax policy. If you've done taxes for crypto, God bless you. It's a very challenging thing. I spent hours and hours and hours going through pages and pages and pages. I had like almost 1,000 pages of trades to go through. 1,000 because of the bots. I used the Eazybot. There's some links down below to the Eazybot. I love the Eazybot. But it had thousands and thousands of trades. By the way, that if you do click on my link for Eazybot, there's 45 days where you get 2 free bots. It is an affiliate link, so if you do end up signing up, I will make money from that, but it won't cost you money. I've been using it since August 25th of 2022, and it has been amazing for me. Lots of videos on it. You can search around my channel to check those videos out. But July 14th to 18th, they're just going to have debates, amendments, and votes on all 3 bills are expected. I don't know that they're going to get to a vote on all 3 this week. Genius Act, I think, is almost a shoo-in, 92% chance of passing per poly market. So the impact on crypto is going to be very, very large. I mean, think about it. You have the U.S. government who's been wouldn't answer the question, is Ethereum a commodity or a security? They just simply wouldn't answer the question. They answered it for Bitcoin, and it led to Bitcoin's ETF approval, mass adoption, institutional purchasing, strategic Bitcoin reserve talk, treasury company setups such as Strategy, MetaPlanet, and a host of other ones that are doing it now. And so, you see this regulation as an unavoidable piece of crypto. Now, I know that Bitcoin, a lot of you maxis and original OG Bitcoin holders are, that it was not meant for overall adoption. It was meant for getting away from governmental control of assets and currency. And it was meant to buck that system. And now we have something completely opposite going on where it's like mass adoption of these things because they're never going to make more than 21 million Bitcoin. That's just not going to do it. And there's probably a couple million Bitcoin that have just been lost, keys have lost, things like that. So it's even more scarce than that. And now you have miners mining it, but they can't produce enough that's being purchased, which is driving the price up. And we're going to continue to see that price drive up. I mean, this is not financial advice. Prices go up and down. There's lots of volatility. You know, it could go to zero, but looking at everything else being equal to what it is now, no black swan events, no crazy backdoor hacks or things like that, we're going to see over time the price of Bitcoin most likely appreciate. And that is amazing because if I hold $1 today, that value goes down over time. That's the opposite of what Bitcoin's meant to do. So with that, that's all I got. I hope this gave you a little clarity. Sorry, had to do it, on what's going on this week. Stay tuned because we're going to look at what happened at the end of this week and what effect it had on your crypto. Did the run up in Bitcoin prior to this week, was that, a buy the rumor, sell the news event? Or is it really Bitcoin responding to the favorable landscape that's going to be ahead of it for it to grow and flourish over time? We will see. That's all I got. Thanks for watching this Joe Knows the Cryptos video, and I'll see you next time.